dream I know deep up my feelings for you. Watch.
The Federal High Court in Abuja on Tuesday has fixed May 10 for ruling on application by former governor of Kogi State RI0USLY seeking an order of setting aside the April 17 arrest warrant issued against him. Moving on, we have the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Gbetoku, has registered strong opposition to the proposal for the establishment of state-controlled police forces. All right, my people, welcome back to this wonderful channel as we bring you back-to-back updates and information as they hot. In case it's your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to turn notification bell so that anytime our news drop, now you will be the first to watch. My people, no be small matter they happen for this country. Now on the news, the Federal High Court in Abuja on Tuesday fixes May 10 for ruling on an application by former governor of Kogi State Alhaji Bello seeking an order of setting aside the April 17 arrest warrant issued against him. Justice Emeka Nwite fixed the date after the counsel for the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, Kemi San, and the ex-governor's lawyer R I0USLY adopted their processes and presented their argument in the motion. Justice Nwite had in April 17 issued an arrest warrant to EFCC for Bello's arrest. So the order was made after lawyer to the anti-graft agency Rotimi Onyedopo moved the ex parte application to the effect. The FCC had also on April 18 made an application for a substituted service of their boundaries of charge and proof of evidence against Bello after the ex-governor-led lawyer Abdul Wahab Mohammed declined to receive the documents in the open court. The judge then adjourned until today for ruling. So after the judge directed the EFCC to effect the service of the charge and proof of evidence on Mohammed, who announced an unconditional appearance for Yaya Bello in the last adjourned date, Alhaji Bello's lawyer R I0USLY therefore prayed that the court to set aside the arrest warrant that has been issued against Yaya Bello. R I0USLY argued that the arrest warrant order having been made before the charge ought to be set aside on its own accord without any request by the parties involved. The senior lawyer argued that, contrary to Kemi's submission, that is the EFCC lawyer, that the ex-governor Yaya Bello must be in court first before any application could be entertained, being a criminal case. He said that the anti-graft agency also made an application on April 18 after the warrant arrest was issued to EFCC on April 17, and that the court granted it. So according to him, said the complainant made an application for substituted service on April 18 after the arrest warrant had been issued on 17th day of April, and today the noble lord granted it. Mr. R I0USLY, Yaya Bello's lawyer, argued that the court must satisfy itself that the defendant Yaya Bello will not be prejudiced in fairness if the warrant of arrest continues to hang on his neck, having been made before service of the charge contrary to Section 394 of the Administration Criminal of Justice Act. He said justice should be a three-way traffic, that is, justice to prosecution, the defendant, and the public. So for Yaya Bello to appear in court, he must not have the notion that he will get justice. But Kemi, the EFCC lawyer, argued that for arrest warrant to be vacated, that the former governor must be arraigned and take his plea. Kemi, however, assured that he could set aside as his prosecution. He will personally apply that the arrest warrant should be set aside if Yaya Bello comes to court next adjourned date. That if he gives an undertaking that his client will be in court on the next day, that he can assure him that the arrest warrant will not be executed. But for R I0USLY to start giving excuses that Yaya Bello would have loved to show up in court, but he is afraid of the order of arrest hanging over his head, that they are not going to grant that. They must see Yaya Bello in court before granting that. So I guess I would like to know your thoughts, your contributions, so opinions are in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Once again, thank you so much for staying with us. Moving on to the next one. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Gbetoku, has registered strong opposition to the proposal for the establishment of the state-controlled police force. He cited a range of challenges and potential risks. So he has articulated the position of the leadership Nigeria Police Force, ascertaining that the country is not yet prepared for such transition. That it is the submission of the leadership of Nigeria Police Force that Nigeria is yet to mature for the establishment of state-controlled police. Kayode made this definitive position on the contentious issues as his statement came amid heated debate in the country regarding the decentralization of policing and the allocation of law enforcement responsibilities to state governments. He highlighted the obstacles that currently bedeviling the Nigeria police force. So he enumerated a series of critical challenges. He raised the concern over inadequate manpower and operational resources essential for effective policing. He also underscored the scarcity of essential equipment such as vehicles, arms, ammunition, communication devices, drones, aerial surveillance cameras, security helicopters, and armored vehicles, stressing their pivotal role in maintaining law and order. He further expressed apprehension regarding the readiness and capacity of personnel. He pointed out the deficiencies in training programs as a significant area of concern because this acknowledgement of institutional shortcomings underscored the need for comprehensive reforms within the Nigeria police force to enhance the capability and efficiency. So in addition to operation challenges, the Inspector General of Police raised substantive issues regarding the potential ramifications of implementing state-controlled police force. He cautioned against the likelihood of conflicts of jurisdiction arising from overlapping authorities between federal and law enforcement agencies. Moreover, the Inspector General of Police carried voiced apprehensions about the susceptibility of the state police forces to abuse by state governors. He highlighted the risks inherent in entrusting localized law enforcement power without adequate checks and balance. When making the law, they should put a clause that will put the governor on check. But then, immunity clause for governors must be removed. No one must be above the law. So they should remove immunity clause and give them the state police. But they should go ahead and experiment the state police if the advantages outweigh the disadvantage. If it does not, they should hold back the state police. So I know with the way things are going, this is the most needed law in Nigeria right now. Nigeria is not yet ready for state police. That is the truth. My opinions too. Definitely that is what it will be. These governors are power drunk. They will use it on to oppress their opponents in their state. They will own it. Imagine Yaya Bello with state police. EFC can't even enter the state. Just imagine. Because with what the IGP is saying, it's someone that has experienced it. We understand what the IG is saying. If you really listen to what the IG is saying, we'll be running away from state because of governance. But I don't think if the IGP has the final say, well, let him just put something in order that will make the federal police interfere in any case. That is what most of the citizens want. The question I want to ask is that, will the governor abuse the state police? Yes, they will. Is the present system of policing giving room for people to abuse the outfit for political or personal gain and compromise human rights and national security? I guess every reasonable, Nigeria can answer that. The gain for us is that when there is crisis in a state, as a governor in that state, they cannot say nonsense again. They cannot point fingers elsewhere. The abuse will always be there, but there will be improved security. So let them do what is right. So guys, I would like to know your thoughts, your contributions, your opinions are in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Once again, thank you all so much for staying to us. We really do appreciate. On this note, we have come to the end of this segment. Like, comment your awareness. Stay safe, guys. Bye.